Good day to all. Good day to all. Good day. This is Nurturing of Our Humanity. This is my Wednesday live. I tend to do these every Wednesday. Thanks for joining. This live is really off the cuff today. I have some subjects. Sometimes I write down things during the week, jot stuff down, but today I'm not rolling with that. Today I'm rolling with stay in your lane or stay in the lane that gives you clarity. Okay. I'm going to go through a couple of thumbnails with this, but we're going to get straight to it. Okay. And I hope this content brings some peace and some clarity. I recently, and this is the reason why I turned on this video today and didn't do something so scripted. My Wednesday lives are never really scripted, but without so much pre-planning in a sense, just kind of went into it free. Like, in other words, 15 minutes ago, I didn't know what the topic was going to be or what I was talking about. So I figured that's pretty freestyle, freehand, right off the cuff. That's pretty much what it is. What I want to speak to is that the calm. I think effortlessness is a big part of what clarity is. It's what comes effortlessly to you. So in that sense, what we're trying to do is um, be able to detect the difficulties that we're challenged with. Top of the morning. Wonderful to have somebody in the chat. Okay. And please feel free to comment and add too as we go. Okay. I mean, I want this to be as interactive as possible. I don't want to get too excited that I got a viewer, but I'm happy you're here though. But what I want to speak to is that with the challenges we're facing in the world right now, and the victim mentality that comes with that, the lack of accountability, the lack of manliness that it is to be a victim all the time and never own what's going on. So what I want to say is, when you're staying in your lane, you're identifying that lane by what's really giving you clarity, what's keeping you clear when everybody else is cloudy and foggy. And as men, when people are using feminine energy, you got to search for it. Now, you search for it by describing it or defining it as what gives you the most clarity. So you might look for it through religion. You might look for it through masculinity. You might look for it through the economy or finance. And when you figure out the way that makes the most things make the most sense, I think you found it. The next thing is to challenge it. So then you need to challenge that new power of clarity that you have. So the challenge comes with running it across examples, having open conversations with people, being transparent and speaking and not being afraid to not be part of a group, but actually you're there to challenge what you now have tapped into that's making things make sense to you. If that works, the next step would be to embrace it. So now you want to really be one with it. Now, simplicity is proof of genius. When you know something, it's really simple to explain it. You can break it down for a 10-year-old, a 40-year-old, whatever. You can break it down because you've made a different level of sense to it. You can go to school, you can be educated, and you can just say what somebody said to you. That's not learning. That's not education. That's not genius or wisdom. It's when you take things from it and have aha moments. And then those aha moments, you kind of redefine them, redescribe them yourself, and you get a new level of clarity through that. So the simplicity is the proof of genius. When somebody is a genius at something, it doesn't mean that everything they speak will be simple, because if you're describing something complex, it's going to have some complexity to it, but it's the way you can break it down and give examples and counter, really give it something to pivot on. And uh, once you grasp all that, now you have to become what you hopefully as a child you wanted to be: something great, a superhero, something, a good parent, whatever. But now it's time to share that gift. You need to solve problems with the gift, with your new level of clarity. That's what I think it is. And then finally, appreciation and gratitude. Once you have that calm, now it's about carrying yourself with an energy that's not beta, that's not um, insecure, that's now confident, but not feeling like you have to prove. I say this in multiple videos, but allowing people to be wrong in your presence is being the bigger person. And I just hope that little bit, this is March 5th, 2025, and I hope this brings somebody some clarity. Davion, appreciate you. I'm not sure how you made it to me, but I'm glad you're here. And I'm glad this was worth a few moments of your morning or your time today. Okay. So just know I'm interactive with my comments. My next subject could be what you type in the comments. Okay. I appreciate you guys. Appreciate you. Thank you for tuning in. I don't want to overrun it with being long winded or anything like that. But this is Nurturing of Our Humanity. I'll be here every Wednesday. Let me hit you with the basics: like, subscribe, share my shit. You know what I'm saying? But respect to everybody. Okay. Hey, is Trump? Let me ask you this. Let me stop my live from ending. Hold on a second. Is Trump what you would like for me to talk about? Or are you just saying go Trump? um, you know, Trump's making a lot of news. I mean, he's making news across the board with everybody. So, are you just interested in what I think about what I've seen? I mean, I watched him speak last night. Um, I'll tell you this before I see what you put in. Okay, I'll tell you what I feel honestly. Um, I've been around a lot of beta people. I've been around a lot of gangsters. I've been around people who don't speak their mind, and I've come to despise that type of behavior. So I have an admiration for people who speak their mind and talk their truth. Don't say what they need to say to get what they need to get from people, but actually talk their shit. And I respect that. I love the way our presidency looked when Obama was going up and down the stairs and the way he spoke so elegantly. But as far as pushing your line and talking your shit and making, I like what Trump's doing. I do. Okay. So that's my quick spiel on Trump. I'm not going to go into particular details, but I like somebody that says what they're going to do and does it with intention. Um, you know, people victim mindset, people gonna get into their feelings however they see that they need to get into their mind, and get into their feelings. But I'm just gonna say that the whole Trump thing is really, it's a challenge for people to get out of their own ways right now, because when you're doing something for the greater good, for the bigger picture, and I'm gonna give you a great example of that. If you're trying to throw a ball, I've used this in a previous video, but let me use it right now. If you're trying to throw something 100 miles an hour this way, the first movement is not going to be forward, because you can only throw a ball so fast if you just do it like that. But when you learn that the first movement to getting momentum this way is to wind up, and then see, everybody's complaining about the wind. See, it's going the wrong way, it's going backwards, but that's how you throw something this way fast. So I'm going to sit back and not be judgmental. I'm paying attention. I'm trying to stay unbiased. I'm watching things from both sides. I'm absorbing content from all directions, and I'm going to see what it is. I don't come here to do hot topics like, oh, this is what people gonna click on. Because honestly, this page is something I want to be more proud of for my grandchildren. I want to have peace on my deathbed because I have a place where I really spoke my mind and spoke all of my thoughts. This is not about what gets clicks. I wouldn't mind having a bunch of attention, but at the same time, I'm not here for that attention. Okay. But trust me this, if you, my people in my comments are this is what we're going to talk about. And I'm not scared to talk about it. I just don't lean Republican or Democrat. I think all of government is crappy. And I'll tell you right now, I'll keep it 100% a buck with you right now. As long as people can be lobbyists and that's not illegal, our government is garbage. And I'm just going to drop it on that because that means that basically it's a system of money and money wins. And that's not going to do what's best for the people in general. Okay. So I'll just leave it on the point of lobbyists. As long as lobbyists is a legal thing, I think the whole system is corrupted. And I feel like right now, what do we think transparency is going to look like? If this is such a jacked up system, if they've been keeping all these tore up secrets from us, and now somebody then pulled the veil back, now everybody's complaining, oh, he's doing this, he's doing that. You think it was going to be pretty when somebody drains the swamp and shows us what's at the bottom? So I'm on that. You know what I'm saying? I've always said it's the greatest show on earth, the government. Well, the greatest show is bowing a knee to the greatest innovation, which is free flow of information. The fact that I can come on here and speak my mind and you can hear it, and vice versa, you can get it back to me. The fact that information is moving, people are really pissed off with the truths that they're finding out. And I've vowed my life to be a person that lives or thrives and wants to I want to nurture myself off the truth. I don't want the pretty lie. I want the ugly truth. That's what I'm going to make traction with. So no matter how jacked up it is, I'm going to try to make sense of it. And that's where my lane is. I have clarity because my higher calling is nature. And nature is consistent. Not a damn thing going on in Washington has slowed down springtime. The weather, the temperature, the humidity, it doesn't mess with that. So I found something that I've grounded myself in that makes sense regardless of the BS that's on the screens. That's where my clarity comes from. And I'll be happy to share it with you. All right. But listen, I'm going to wait a minute. What will happen when they stop the free flow of information? Can they? You know, they can only take something. Well, let me not say that. They have literally stopped the free flow of information. It was happening under the previous administration and probably multiple ones before that, as we started seeing how we're being maneuvered and pimped through social media and stuff like that. You know, you sign on for free, but really what you're doing is you've given them a free license to advertise you. Oh, I got a male here that's of this age that kind of likes this kind of content. And that's a much more attractive sale to an advertiser than just looks like 3,000 people are watching this channel on TV right now. So they've just really monetized attention. Free flow of information. I don't know if they can stop it now. You know, I think kind of like AI. I believe it's gone a little too far for them to pull the full rug under it now. I think that great question. Great question, Davion. I would say that they can pull back their platforms, but they can't pull back the liberation that we're starting to feel. The fact that we're so close to just if we unify, we don't even have to submit to these systems anymore. This goes for African American, American, you name it. However, we can find to unify. Like, will we unify around? Well, not. I don't know if it's fully unity. We share anger. We have trauma bonds in common, and then now we're not going to support this business or this store or whatever. We need to unify on something positive, not unify on tragedy. And it's just a fact that people unify more when things are up against the wall. And when you put people in a bad situation and they all see that that situation is bigger than them and above that, I think people tend to be more open to unification. When things are going smooth, people kind of endorse their ignorance and keep running that narrative. So this is really a necessary thing that's happening, a pullback, it's resistance. But just know this: planes take off into the wind. They need the resistance to get lift. So now that we're getting resistance, this is actually the time to take off and fly. It's time to do something super amazing. So I'm encouraging you, please use your platform. Talk your shit, use your social media to do you. Don't do nobody else's work. Do your work and try to make the world a better place if that's part of your calling. But don't be so selfish that it's like, if I could just get what I need, if I could just get enough eggs in my basket, if I could get enough money, I would care less about everybody else. I'll just put a gate around me and just be in my world. The world is ours. We have to be No, we don't have to. We don't have to. Let me take that back. Let me be honest here. We don't have to change the world and make it a better place. That's some of my calling. Okay. If that's not your calling, please just support me because I want what's best for all of us. I'm not against nobody. Okay. But resistance is this is the validation that something is happening and change can occur. So I'm trying to put a positive turn on it. There's so much negativity, but this is an opportunity to be like-minded and change the whole construct of this system. Be motivated, be inspired, and no, it's not just the talking and the keyboard worrying, it's what you actually do. Take some motivation and make a move. Take some motivation, does something, clean something, do something that's going to really tomorrow on autopilot. When you wake up, you're going to just be like, now that that's done, and then you can attack the next thing. And let's just keep moving like that with great purpose until we get to where we're supposed to get to. And I want that for you. Please want that for me. This is our world, y'all. These people that are in power, a lot of them don't want change. Remember this: evolution. This is not the definition, but this is what I'm saying. Evolution is the death of old systems. We are in the biggest point of evolution right now. One of those old systems is fiat currency. The death of old systems. We're evolving. We're having technology so powerful right now that it's literally beyond finance. Like, we're about to get so good with power and electricity that power is not even going to have to be. What do you need to charge for it? It's free. It's the sun. When a solar panel that'll run a whole company is this big, and not 50 of them on a roof, but actually just this big, and we can get that much. There's no need to charge for it anymore. And somebody's going to fight that evolution because they've made a lot of money charging and playing the middleman. So literally, it's going to become those that are ready to evolve at any cost and those who are going to fight that evolution because they're happy. They've put their stake in the ground here, and they don't want you to do better. They want you to keep paying them to do worse. And that's literally what we're here with. So let's share our information. Let's be bigger. And what'll happen if they stop? If they stop the free flow of information, hopefully anarchy, and we will go crazy and not allow it to happen. This is a extreme ending to Nurturing of Our Humanity, but just brutally honest. Okay. Thank you guys for tuning in. Davion, thank you, my two viewers. I can't even tell who the other person is. I would love if you would comment, but if you don't, it's your business. Be a voyeur on here. But I appreciate everybody. I'm part of the human race. This is our world, y'all. This is our world. Don't let these people punk us out of our shit. We are entitled to this. This is us. This is us. Don't let somebody represent us the way we don't see fit. All right. Nurturing of Our Humanity. It's my Wednesday live. Y'all have a great one. Peace out.